The former Attorney General of the previous administration is on camera talking about how there needs to be more blood in the streets and how people just have to die. Seriously? And the left is having hissy fits and epileptic seizures because the current administration said we need to deport criminal illegal aliens? These people are so blinded by their narrative that they are willing to sacrifice their safety, they're willing to sacrifice their freedom, they're willing to sacrifice the history of this nation and everything that it stands for this diversity and their version of tolerance. Look, another term for diversity is clash of civilizations. And when two civilizations clash, when they're not compatible, one must eventually and inevitably subjugate the other. Listen to me. I know. What it's the 40 Days of Purpose guy said, Islam and Christianity, like the right hand and the left hand. But I tell you this, it is not like the right hand or the left hand. These are two diametrically opposed ways of thought, currently witnessing a clash of civilizations. It's happening already in England. You saw it in Manchester, you saw it in London, you see it throughout Europe. And eventually, one of the civilizations must subjugate the other. It is the way of things. So the next time you hear foolishness like Chrislam being spouted, say something. I know it's hard, conflict, and the other side is betting on it. But if we don't say anything, the loudest will always win. And you see these loser-for-life types marching and protesting and punching women in the face, these stains on civil society who decided they were going to check out altogether and just be a ward of the state until they die. And they're barely in their 20s. And you know exactly the type that I'm talking about. The ones with the 30 face tattoos and enough face piercing that they avoid magnets for fear of having their face ripped off their bodies. Good luck on employment, Sparky. Way to choose your path in life. And this is the base of the current Democratic Party. People who are so afraid of actually having to work that they'll do anything to avoid it. People who are as afraid of hard labor as they are of showers, apparently. People who have no families, nothing to anchor them, nothing to live for. People who just want anarchy because they think that when the dust settles, it will be their boot on everyone else's neck rather than the other way around. We have allowed a diseased culture to infect our young. We have been indifferent as to what has been happening. We've been too busy, too uninvolved, too laissez-faire about the filth that is being pumped into the hearts and minds of our children, and now comes the reaping. What has been sowed has now maturated, and now the harvest is ready, and it's bad, bad fruit. You have fully grown adults holding their breaths and stomping their feet and lashing out because they didn't get their way. Because what they thought would happen didn't happen. And they don't know how to accept that and move on. They don't know how to deal with the unexpected because they were never prepared for it. This is why the idea of socialism is like a warm blanket to so many young people. It removes the notion of personal responsibility. It removes the need for drive. It removes the need to apply oneself. To them, socialism is the notion that if they don't go to work, if they don't labor, if they don't sweat, well, some other schmuck will just pick up the slack, and that'll be that.